Yeah, I'ma make this shit hot. Oh, I'ma light the shit up. Yeah, I'ma make this shit hot. Oh, I'ma light the shit up.
Hey guys, and welcome back to What If Naruto Got Stronger Every Single Time a Shadow Clone was destroyed. This is part 5, and I hope you do enjoy this. Yes, this is the same part. It is the same that I recorded yesterday's part. I told you no light goal, and I'll try to get it done today. I'm trying to keep my promises, New Year resolution, but the light goal for this next part is gonna be, I'll keep it low, I'll keep it at 50, because I want to bang some videos out. Oh, that was nearly YouTube playing on my phone. But other than that, yeah, I hope you do enjoy it, and let's just jump straight into this. Last time we left off, Naruto went to Mount Miyaboku with Jiraiya, and he has no clue what's going on. At first he screamed at the sight of the massive toad, but after that he calmed relatively down. And Jiraiya told Gababunta that he wants to train Naruto to be a toad, to be able to be a sage toad. Wait, a toad sage, yeah, that's it. And at first Gababunta actually spat out a bit at laughing and shock. And he says, Jiraiya, have you gone mad? Teaching what seems to be an 11-year-old boy to be a sage? That's impossible. You can't even master it fully. And you're one of the greatest ninjas known to man. Sorry guys, I'm well thirsty. And Jiraiya says, that's what I thought at first, but just trust me, Gababunta. You're gonna absolutely love this kid. Gababunta gets curious. Jiraiya rarely ever speaks so highly of someone. He only ever spoke that way of 2 people. And Gababunta has flashbacks, but quickly manages to get him out of his head. Those of you who ain't watched Naruto, what are you doing if you ain't watched Naruto, firstly? And those who have, you know who I'm talking about. But just 1 second, guys. My door's open. Oh, my door's open. Why does it always need to be open? But yeah. Ooh, actually, I'm not gonna start talking. Shit. Bloody. Ooh. Keep it PG, Harry. Anyway. Yeah, where was I? Oh yeah, you know who they are. Oh, don't. Sorry guys, my microphone sort of unplugged itself. I don't know how yes, if you can hear a little. It's my chair, I'm trying to sit forwards on it, but it's not that really comfortable. But yeah, anyway, where I left off was, if you know who I am, you know who I'm talking about if you watch the canon. If you know who I'm talking about, you actually watched the original Naruto. Like, if you actually know what canon is. But if you haven't, 1, what are you doing? Go watch Naruto. And 2, just strapping for a really weird plot. Anyway. After Gababunta stares him up and down, he can finally see what Jiraiya's talking about. For such an 11-year-old boy, his body structure was actually impressive. It was better than most Jonin. But then Gababunta decides to do the real test. He needs to sense this boy's chakra. And at first, when he tries to sense it, he can sense basically nothing. I know, he can literally sense nothing. And he starts laughing and says, oh, this boy, Jiraiya, I think you made a mistake. He's so weak, I can't even sense his chakra. He doesn't even have any. And then Jiraiya just starts giggling. Like, you know, his cheeky little giggle he does in the show. And then Gababunta realises what he said and starts blushing. If he didn't have any chakra, he would be dead. That's what he thinks to himself. And he starts laughing, saying, oh, of course I'm joking. But if it's not that it's so low I can't sense it, Gababunta's what used to be smug-faced, then turned into embarrassed, and now just to complete and utter shock. It means that he has so much chakra, I cannot physically be able to sense all of it. It's overloading my senses. And Jiraiya puts his thumb up with his little perverty cheeky smile, as if to say, told you so. After hearing this, Gababunta instantly rushes away to get Fukasaku. But before he even comes back, yes, I'm looking up his name, Fukasaku. I'm just going to say that green old frog. You know what, Fukasaku. If I'm saying it wrong, just comment down below. Fukasaku appears and he says, "Interesting. Such a young man. No, not even a man. Such a young boy to possess such strong and pure chakra and tease the nine-tailed fox's Jinchuriki, I can sense. Interesting, Dry. You sure have found yourself quite a peculiar student." Dry starts laughing and instantly starts getting onto what he wants. He explains, "Naruto's, even though he's just recently became my student, I feel like I already have confidence that he's going to be my strongest one yet. And I believe he's a child of the prophecy that we all speak of." Naruto, hearing this, chooses to ignore it as it's not his business right now, as, to be fair, he barely even knows this man. If you're really thinking about it, Naruto just got into a fight with him, and then the next minute he was in some weird place training, and he still hasn't even been explained to why he's here. But, one second, guys. But he decides to stay quiet. And Jiraiya explains that Naruto's just quite unique, and Fukasaku says, "I can sense that he has an insane amount of chakra, but chakra doesn't make up for physical strength and technique alone. I guess that's why you wanted to teach him Sage Mode." And Jiraiya begins to explain how that's true, but Naruto cuts in. "Sorry, but I don't need chakra to keep up with my physical strength. I'm strong enough as it is." Fukasaku starts laughing and says, "Oh, my boy, everyone thinks that at your age, but trust me, you have no idea what you're capable of. And Naruto says, "No, I do. I could be any of you easily." Fukasaku doesn't appreciate Naruto's cockiness and takes him to a massive giant toad statue and tells it its origin, about how practicing this thing called Sage Mode, and if you don't do it properly, that you could become a toad. And then massive giant stone statues. And Naruto still not understanding Sage Mode. He still gets a bit of a shiver thinking, imagine becoming a giant toad. And this is when Fukasaku shows him. He clasps his hands together and concentrates. And although it's little, Naruto can sense something different in the air. A weird type of energy is coming in from the place around them and into this tiny little frog. That's what Naruto can sense it. There's a big change in this little frog. The small amount of energy that was being absorbed has now multiplied inside him to an insane amount. And he goes up to this massive stone statue 100 times his size and lifts it almost effortlessly. And sorry guys, one sec. And drops it. I was just sweating slightly and says, "So what do you think, my boy? Impressive, eh?" Naruto says, "Not bad for something your size." This confuses Fukasaku and Jiraiya as they watch this little boy walk up to the massive stone statue and think, "Oh, he's still going to try it. He's got guts." Naruto with ease puts one hand underneath it and holds it in the air using one hand. Jiraiya and Fukasaku's jaw drops, and Naruto puts the statue down, rubbing his hands together and saying, "See, I told you, I'm never lacking in strength." And Jiraiya and Fukasaku immediately turn away and start whispering quietly. Naruto chooses not to eardrop, as if this is going to be his teacher, he needs to respect his privacy. And Fukasaku and Jiraiya are just going on about, this boy, what is he? Where did he come from? And Jiraiya's just thinking to himself, "Minato, what type of monster did you birth?" Not, you know what I mean, like, he's just OP, not a bad monster. Oh, I feel like a little kid. Oh, not the bad monster. Anyway, they are just for a while, and Jiraiya still wonders if there's even any point in teaching Naruto Sage Mode. But Fukasaku insists, as the type of chakra that Naruto will be able to have access to is far stronger than, say, normal chakra. And who knows, maybe he still will get a strength boost. And he will, because the way I'm working it, Sage Mode is going to work like a Dragon Ball Z multiplier. Actually, it already does. You know what I'm saying? He will still get a strength boost, as the Sage Mode will boost his natural strength. Hearing this, Jiraiya and Fukasaku decide it's time. Naruto starts meditating. Naruto gets walked through everything like usual. He gets given the oil that he has to put over his body, and he gets told to sense the sage energy. Just being told this confuses Naruto a little bit, but he understands what it means, because unknown to them, he understands it a little bit, because unknown to Fukasaku and Jiraiya, Naruto actually sensed a bit of sage energy earlier, Fukasaki trying to gather it. And he doesn't have a grasp in it, but Naruto just... Remember, he's been multiplied by everything thousands of times now. This isn't just the usual tiny little boy Naruto we have from the original show. This is just a beast. He can solo Goku. I'm joking. Oh, no. Actually, saying that might get my comments popping. Yeah, Naruto can solo Goku. I'm joking, by the way. But 1 second. Discord, go away. Why do you even have notifications on? I don't even have... Oh, yeah, I do. So I keep getting distracted. And with this, Naruto begins to attempt to start gathering Sage energy. At first, it was quite difficult for Naruto, but nowhere near as difficult as in canon. And slowly but surely, Naruto somewhat got a grasp on the Sage energy. But he decided there was a faster way to do it. Naruto does a Shadow Clone Jutsu, shocking Fukasaki, but Jiraiya's used to it by now. And starts practicing with them. Fukasaki compliments this idea of Naruto, saying it's a genius, as he'll gain the experience, but now you don't know what this actually means for Naruto. Remember, Naruto doesn't just make Shadow Clones for no reason anymore, especially these type ones that... Remember, he can make normal ones that don't multiply strength, and then he can make these ones. And that's because Naruto doesn't want to push his strength too far. He still wants to be able to enjoy normal fights. And that's my way of making it so we don't just have him make 10,000 Shadow Clones, kills them all, and then can blow up the wall with a click of his fingers. And so Naruto starts practicing with his Shadow Clones. He discovers something new about this jutsu. While with the normal Shadow Clones, he already knew the training he does with them, he gets it speeds up his training process. But these ones, the rate that he learns quicker is far greater. It doesn't just double his strength. With Naruto practicing with these Shadow Clones, there's only 2 he created. Actually there's 3. Say before it'd be a 3 times speed up, now it's a 300 times speed up. Not times in strength, just how fast he's learning. And Naruto doesn't at all realise how quickly he's learning, as each Shadow Clone's doing that at the same time. He needs to destroy these Shadow Clones to get what they're not learning. But he sits there and just practices, and decides maybe the oil's blocking, so he takes the oil off all of them. And this is good, because we don't want Naruto, after getting rid of his Shadow Clones, to have to rely on oil still, and he starts meditating with that. Believe it or not, for some reason, Naruto slowly managing to get a grasp, even after he took the oil off. And I just believe this is just because he's smarter now and everything. And he finally manages to sense angel energy and starts gathering it inside him. He remembers being told he would be turned into a toad, but at the same time, Fukasaki has a staff ready to hit him out of him. And he starts to fuse this chakra with his own. He feels his face get a bit hard and it's numb, and he realises, he opens one of his eyes and sees that some of his Shadow Clones are starting to become toad, and so is himself. He gets hit with the stick and returns back to normal, and decides that's enough for now. He wants to return home. He'll be back later, as there's no massive rush. Naruto still has 2 weeks. He doesn't need to stay here 24/7. And Fukasaki agrees, as it's a bit much to chuck at because it's a bit much to just chuck at a 11-year-old boy. But after Naruto destroys the Shadow Clones, the amount of Sage energy inside him just explodes. It blows back Jiraiya and Fukasaki, who are just confused. The purity of the Sage energy inside it would be as if someone was sitting there gathering it for a few months non-stop, and it all just exploded inside of Naruto. Remember, this is remember, it's a 300 times, so it's 3 Shadow Clones. That was basically 12,000 hours of Naruto gathering Sage energy in total, combined with that multiplier. So boom, that's just crazy. Combined with an extra little multiplier, that's a good few a little while. That's a good amount of time. That's what I'm trying to say. And Naruto's just complete in awe for the first time in a while at the power coursing through his body. Everything about him is better. His vision is clearer, more on point. He can hear colours. He can hear smells. He can smell sounds. And everything just feels lighter about him. But he quickly manages to absorb this chakra more more inside him, and he circulates it around his body. Naruto smirks. Fukasaki and Jiraiya manages to get back up. Oh, there we go. And ask him, Naruto, what did you do? Naruto says, I don't know. Literally, we're gonna keep it how it is. We're not gonna be like Naruto's just gonna know what happened, what he does, but he's not gonna tell anyone, is he? And Fukusaki says, Jiraiya, you really are amazing. Not only did you get someone who's just physically strong and has this much track already, he's a natural talent in learning Sage Mode and being a Toad Sage. And this is where Fukusaki says with a straight face, Naruto, how would you feel about staying here for these other 2 weeks and train with me? Forget going home. Naruto with a straight face declines, shocking Fukusaki, but Naruto says, I have my own stuff I want to train in. I'll still come back here every other day though, but I won't stay. Fukusaki can't force Naruto and he agrees, but he has a really big feeling in his gut and he says, Naruto, can you try entering Sage Mode from me one more time? Naruto agrees and he sits down and starts meditating. He already has sage energy inside him that's been stored up, so he doesn't need to gather it. But he also notices the speed that he gathers Sage Mode at is far quicker now. But at last he begins to enter Sage Mode. Something's different. This feels far more natural for Naruto. And he opens his eyes. It's just there. What he felt before with the Sage energy inside his body, but it's just... This is not... He's entered perfect Sage Mode. And it's just pure power for Naruto, and this is because I'm making Sage Mode work like a transformation in Dragon Ball Z. I'm saying it's a times 200 multiplier for Naruto's strength, and literally everything, like agility, speed, defense. And he has some other abilities due to just how strong he's getting, but I was playing them later, ladies and gentlemen. Naruto looks at his hands, and he feels the power surging through them, and says, this is what I'm talking about. Before he can say anything, he does hand signs that he copied from Jiraiya and returns himself back home. And Fukusaki and Jiraiya just sat there in awe. This kid is something different. He does something that should take someone years in seconds and treats it like it's nothing. They're terrified but also excited for what the future holds with Naruto inside it. And then Jiraiya finally realised, damn it, I didn't tell him he's my godson yet. Anyway, we get back to Naruto in the real world, he decided he should go to bed and lay down. And as he's dreaming, in his dreams something's happening. The Leaf Village seems to be destroyed, and there's someone with white hair, very very pale skin, and these red eyes, not like the Sharingan, like the entire eye is red and it has these weird lines in it. More importantly, there is a golden eye on their head. But everything around him is just destroyed. Naruto finally sees it. The massive mountain that should have the Hokage's faces on it is destroyed. This is when Naruto finally realizes the Leaf Village is destroyed and that person is the one who did it. Where was he when this happened? What could he have done to stop it? And that's when the chill goes down his spine. The person that you could see in the middle of this destruction is behind him, with their hand over his mouth. Naruto's body goes limp as he feels his pure life force getting drained out of him. All the power that he thought he was so mighty before, the most powerful thing that would ever exist, all that confidence was tore out of him as if it was nothing. As this mysterious person beat him in seconds. No, Naruto can't have this. He puts his hands together and yells, Multi-Shadow Clone Jutsu! And only about 100 clones appear, as this is the very last of Naruto's chakra. And I know you're thinking, 100 Shadow Clones is still a lot. Remember, this is a Naruto that could probably make 1 billion clones easy. So being able to make a couple hundred now is still saying a lot about how much chakra he has left. And he manages to disperse them all. He gets 100 times multiplied to his strength. And because he's just broken, this restores all of his chakra that he ever had. And he just lets out a roar, blowing the person that was blown away. Let me fix what that sounds like. Blowing away the person that was wrapped around him. And he's in a cold sweat. He looks up just to see that he can't see this person's face, it's blacked out. And says, you destroyed my home. I'm going to kill you. Naruto coughs up blood as the person who was just threatening his hand is through his chest He didn't even see him move. He thought he had a chance though, seeing he could blow him away. But Naruto Shoes realises this person is light years away from him. That's when Naruto wakes up in a cold sweat, breathing heavily. He runs outside his house and jumps up. The leaf village is fine. And that's what he's doing. He goes, it was just a bad dream. Weird, I never ever have bad dreams. And he gets inside, and that's when Kurama says, Naruto, someone's been here. Naruto immediately sits up, looking around. He can't sense anything, and that's when he decides he has to be sure. He sends chakra as much as he can to his eyes, and he looks around, and he sees in the wall, and it's in writing, it was not a dream. I shall return. Naruto's heart drops. That means whatever he just saw wasn't a dream, it was a warning. And whatever it was not playing around. And this is when Naruto realizes that he is not at the top of the food chain. He is not #1 priority for anyone. But he needs to be now. He needs to train as much as he can, even if it means just spamming shadow clones. He needs to be strong enough to protect his friends and family. He needs to be strong enough to protect his people. He needs to be strong enough to protect his village. And most importantly, he needs to be strong enough to protect his dream. Other than that, guys, I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, share with your friends, family, hit the like button down below. I know this is not going to get as many views as the other one did, as I took a 10-day break, but it's okay, I'm still going to finish the series. And I know you guys are going to be loving this story when it comes out. But yeah, I took a big change with the way the ending was going. I hope you do enjoy it. If you did, comment down below. I'll see if I can do a little ass pull and change it. Other than that, guys, hope you do enjoy it. Peace out. Love you guys and women. I do not discriminate.